miss you. Now we just wait to see if the audio works. Oh, it works! Would you look at that? Good job, Elisa. You shot an arrow. Oh, you couldn't hear anything the whole time. There you go. Now you can. That's so loud for me. Okay. The whatever room, computer room. Where is it? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh. Well, here we are. I wonder if Toa's already inside. Lock and enter. It's voice acting.
Doesn't sound like she's here yet.
Perfect. Now I can enjoy my coffee.
Oh. At least she's getting some rest. Must be a rare treat for her. What to do, though? I'd almost feel bad about waking her.
Wait, what do I do?
She must be really tired. I should let her sleep a while longer. Oh, right. There we go. I guess I'll just read a book or something while I'm waiting.
Huh? Where am I? A jacket?
Oh, hey, you're awake.
Huh? Reen? Oh, right. I came here after the conference was over. So this jacket is... Oh no! I'm so sorry! I can't believe I fell asleep after asking you to come all the way here.
Don't worry about it. You're doing me a favor here. I appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule for me.
Aww. Why is it that you always seem to catch me at the weirdest moments?
Woo?
Still. Thanks.
No problem. Glad to do what I can. It wasn't too hot, was it?
No, of course not. It felt really nice and warm. But anyway, that's not the point. Now, listen here, Reen.
Huh?
I mean, lending me your jacket was very sweet and gentlemanly of you, and I'm kind of happy you did. But it's not very gentlemanly to sit and stare at a girl when she's sleeping, you know.
I'm sorry? You were sleeping so peacefully that it seemed almost wrong to wake you up. But I guess it was inconsiderate of me to just let you nap there.
No. I'm not annoyed with you. It's just kind of weird to randomly watch people sleep, you know? If it was someone else, they might have misunderstood.
Woo.
I could show you more about the concert we put on for last year's festival.
Oh, you mean the one you did with Angelica, Crow, and George? Do you have some record of it here?
Actually, I do. George was testing out some kind of orbital video camera that was being developed by the Ruhr Institute of Technology. And we've still got the recording here.
An orbital video camera?
Yeah, the technology is different from what they use for the Orbital net. Actually, it's probably faster to just show you. Let me bring it up on the screen.
Oh, you've got pictures of it.
More than just pictures. Just watch.
Amazing.
I know, right? It plays back images and sound at the same time, so it's like a radio and a camera combined. The quality might be a bit rough, but it really feels like you're right there, doesn't it?
It's really something else.
Oh, there we are going up.
Wow.
Isn't it cool? It's called rap. It's making a splash in the music scene abroad. They use orbital audio technology to amplify guitars for it. It's a pretty bold sound, huh?
It definitely is. And, speaking of bold, how about that outfit?
I forgot about the outfit. Don't look at that. Just focus on the performance.
This is... Bravo! That was incredible! I wish I could have been there to see it in person.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. So was that any help?
Help? This is exactly what I was looking for. I'm not sure if we can put together something as flashy as this, but we do have Elliot, and he knows his music, so I think we might have a chance.
I'm glad to hear it. Crow was the one who planned all of this out, so he's the one you should ask about how to put a program like this together. Angie did our choreography, and George got all the instruments together for us. I'm sure they'd help out if you asked.
I think I just might. We have to get our preparations for the festival underway.
Oh, I put a copy of the video onto this memory quartz for you, too.
Oh!
If you put this memory quartz into the orbital projector here, you can watch the video anytime you want. Maybe you can bring everyone from your class here and show it to them tomorrow.
Yeah. Thanks for everything, Toa. I mean, I asked you for help, but you really went above and beyond. I don't really know how to thank you.
You're always looking out for me, Rean. It's the least I could do. Besides, I'm sure this idea will spark some lively discussion within your class. It's not a done deal yet, but I'm really curious to see how things turn out.
Me too.
Well, that seems to have gone over well. I could use Elliot's eyes light. I could see Elliot's eyes light up when I mentioned it. So it looks like Class 1 is definitely putting on a play. And not just any play, a full-scale classical operetta with all the trimmings. Even if an operetta is shorter than a full opera. This is Class 1 we're talking about. I'm sure they'll spend no expense on the outfits and stage design. True, if they had any more blowhards, there'd be a wind tunnel. Class 2 looks like they're going to run with their idea of doing some kind of indoor garden. From what I heard, they want something based on the motif of the night sky. Sounds like quite the elaborate setup. Class 3 is intending to run a game room based around Blade. I heard they're planning to decorate the room like a castle and provide lessons for beginners as well as advanced matches. Huh, really? Class 4 is going to be doing an Eastern style cafe of sorts. They're claiming you can enjoy an exotic dining experience. Not sure what they mean by Eastern style though. Well, my sword is technically Eastern style, I guess, but yeah, that seems like an awfully broad term. You don't really see too much stuff from the Eastern Ereburnia. Class 5's doing something kind of different. They'll be using the training hall for some attraction they call Mishi Panic. Wait, isn't Mishi the mascot of that big theme park in Crossbell? Kind of a strange choice considering the current political climate. I'm kind of a Mishi fan though. One time, Lecter brought me back a Mishi keychain. It's pretty cool. Oh, the intelligence division never struck me as the type who would budget for souvenirs. Anyway, the captain of the riding club is intending to organise some manner of horse racing event. Officially, there's to be no gambling, but with our senior colleague involved, I'm sure Free Enterprise will find a way. Really, Crow? Toa's not going to like it if she finds out. Oh, come on, it's a festival. A little low-stakes fun never hurt anyone. A number of second years are planning to run stalls, and many clubs are intended to put on events as well. In terms of scale, the 5 other classes are our main competition. I've heard attendees will be able to vote on which class's event they like the most, with the winner to be announced during the evening's festivities. That sounds like it's going to make things awfully competitive. Still, there's that much more incentive to make our class contribution one to remember, which leads us to our current problem. What do we do? Thinking we should avoid doing anything that would require large-scale equipment. With our numbers and the time we have to prepare, I doubt we could get it set up or even spare someone to operate it. Yeah, you make a good point. But if we take that into account, just about the only other option we have is doing something on the auditorium stage. And it's worth noting that using this stage would put us in direct competition with Class 1. Can't very well put on a production like theirs though, we just look like copycats. Whatever we end up going with, it should be something we can all have a part in. Maybe a martial arts demonstration with a few sparring matches? No, that would probably get turned down as too dangerous. Not a bad line of thought though. How about a cooking contest? Oh, I can judge. I call judge. Our troubles are over. I just had a visionary idea we can do with the academy pool. Picture this. Stunning ladies in bikinis wrestling piggyback in the pool. Come for the fight, stay for the accidental exposure. I think not. Get out, no. It's getting us nowhere. They all sound like fun though. Actually, I did find one idea I think we might be able to use. You did? Really? I'll bet Toa told you, huh? Yeah, she showed me the video too. I can't believe you never even mentioned it. You guys put on an amazing show. Well, I'm the lone second year here. Didn't want to rub you bright-eyed first years of the full festival experience. So what's this idea then? Did the student council president suggest something to you? Yeah, she showed me a video of a concert that she, Crow, George and Angelica put on for last year's festival. Concert on stage with vocals? Oh, it does sound interesting. I have heard that there was one event at last year's festival that really drove the crowds wild. I've heard similar things, but I had no idea Crow was involved. Yeah, it was pretty spur of the moment though, so it was too late for them to put us on an official poll. If folks had been able to vote for us, I don't doubt we would have ranked right up near the top. Without seeing it for ourselves, it's difficult to say whether we'd be able to do something similar. You got me curious though. Sounds great, let's do it. You said you saw the video, right? Can you show us too? Yeah, Toa gave me a copy of it. Let's get together during lunch tomorrow and watch it.
I can't wait to see the looks on their faces when they see it. Though I imagine Toa's outfit might raise more than a few questions too. Oh, it's 9 already? Abend time should be on soon.
I'm Misty, and this is Radio Trista. It's 9 p.m. on the 19th of the 9th month. If only I was dressed to the nines to match. It feels like we're finally getting the break we deserve from a long string of uncomfortably humid nights. That's right, fall is finally here, and it's brought its cool night breezes and gentle chirping of insects with it. Along with that respite, Erebonians everywhere are turning to their true autumn passions, food and sports. What do all of you out there look forward to when you realize fall's almost here? For me, it's definitely the food. The crops come into season, ready for the harvest. I can only imagine how much work it has to be for all those farmers. But I can't wait for my first roasted chestnuts of the season. never turn down a Marron Glacé or a Mont Blanc, but roasted is the way chestnuts were meant to be. That soft, melt-in-your-mouth taste, that sweet fragrance, simply irresistible. Whoops! The director's over there giving me the stink eye. Someone hasn't eaten dinner yet, I'll bet. Anyway, fall is also known for being a season for the arts. One of the Empire's most popular cultural institutions is the opera, and no one does opera like Heimdall's famous opera house. But as far as music goes, I'm a sucker for the classics. I still sing along whenever I hear the
Oh
whereabouts
my
of light.
god. Da, 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 da,
I stare in disbelief as you fade away, like a dimming star beneath the coming day.
Da, na, 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 na.
Whoa there, almost felt like I was in my shower back home.
Man.
Speaking of music, some fresh new genres have been gaining popularity lately, both at home and abroad.
I love the little drops of just stuff from the previous series.
She really does have a pretty voice. Though I guess you kind of have to in order to be a big opera singer like that. I don't know if singing on the air like that is such a good idea if she's trying to keep her identity under wraps, though. We've got our practical exam coming up next week, then another field study over the weekend. Sounds like things are going to be even busier than usual. I'd better brace myself for an exhausting week.
$9.20. Oh, this is where we're going to watch the video. Whoa. That was way cool. Very impressive. That was neat. Well, it's certainly quite a technical display. If you think I'm going to put on outfits like that and prance around on stage, you must be dreaming. Well, the outfits all depend on what kind of performance we put on. The clothes have to fit the mood and the music. Right, Crow? Yeah, we did a rock song last year, so if our outfits didn't scream rock, the whole performance would lack something in my opinion. Though in my infinite wisdom, I'd like to point out that revealing outfits would be popular regardless of the music. You guys, outfits aside, it does seem like a bold concept. If you would think to put on a performance like that. If we put in the time to practice, we may even compare favourably with Class 1's operetta. Well, Elliot's the music expert here. Do you think there's any chance we could put on a performance like this? Hold on. So first things first, how many of us can actually play an instrument? You learned the lute from your dad, right, Reen? Yeah, I'm no virtuoso, but I can play, as long as the music's not too complicated. And Elisa, you can play the violin, right? Yeah, my grandfather taught me. Guys, you could play the sitar, was it? Been playing it for years. I could play the piano, so with the four of us, looks like we have our instruments covered. Guess that means we just need to work on our music and lyrics and decide who's going to be on vocals. So yeah, it really depends on what sort of music we want to do, but I think we can pull off an impressive performance. Great. Well, when you put it that way, it doesn't sound like such a bad idea. That's true, and it seems fitting for a festival too. Sounds good to me. Yeah, let's do it. Then the matter's settled. I'm in favour too. I dread the thought of what the instructor would do if we didn't have anything decided by today. So we leave the musical responsibilities in Elliot's hands then? Yeah, I think he's in the best position to decide the style of the performance or songs or what we should each be doing. Is that okay with you, Elliot? Sure thing. I haven't spent all these years studying music for nothing. Oh, and Crow? Do you think you can give us help with the outfits and getting hold of the equipment we'll need? I'd like us to do as much as this ourselves as we can. Sure, I'll do what I can. This might be a temp thing and all, but I am part of Class 7. So if you're going all in, I'll throw my chips in your pile. Crow. Crow. Wow, maybe I've had you pegged wrong all this time. So just leave those outfits in my capable hands. I'll make sure you all shine like stars up there, especially the ladies. I take it all back. He's not even trying to hide it. Ha! Count on you to keep him tasteful, Reen. Right, tasteful. First, congratulations are in order. Took you long enough, but you finally decided what to do for the festival. So you're following in Toa's footsteps and putting on a concert, huh? Have you decided what kind of music you want to do? Not exactly. We're still kind of getting things sorted. At the very least, it should be pretty easy to decide on who's playing an instrument and who will be on vocals. I'm not actually sure I've ever even touched an instrument. Can't say I have either. You'd probably need at least some rudimentary experience to play an instrument at the festival. I had the pleasure of seeing last year's concert live. They put on a real show. Reen and Crow, you two were handling all the outfits, right? You guys had that under control? Yep, we got that shit on lockdown. Well, we've narrowed it down to the 15 most promising design. ADO, save us all. I suppose we'll just have to allow Reen to save us from being dressed by Crow. Honestly, I feel a little envious. If I were 5 years younger, I'd drive right up on stage with all of you and have a great old time. Hey, what are you looking at me like that for? Instructor? How old are you again? Aren't you in your mid-20s? Even if you were 5 years younger, graduation would still be years behind you. Hush you. For us ladies, everything up to the mid-20s is just a warm-up. And men? They're like fine wines, better with age. I'm not sensitive about it, really. This is just another valuable life lesson that is my duty as your instructor to impart. Anyway, as much as I'm looking forward to the festival, that's not why we're here today, are we? Not only do you have no field study next month, it looks like you're off the hook as far as practical exam goes too. So this will be our last practical exam for a while. Figured I'd crank up the challenge a couple notches. Wait, are you saying take? Marcus and Eustace. Oh, why? Bingo. Just think of it as the long-awaited second round of May's exam. If you want to get back at me, now's a chance, but you'd better bring it, because I'm not going to go easy on you. Because it's the beginning of the game? Alright, Reen, pick 2 for your team, because you're, like, is this like an actual story thing? Or is this a you thing? Because I was about to pick Laura and Milliam and just smack the shit out of Sarah. Yeah, no, I remember, but it's like if I pick Machias and Eustace, is there going to be like a different story thing, or are we just doing it for? Just specific. I haven't saved, or I haven't even been able to save. Oh, like, I can try, but I'm less confident. I'll tell you what, I'll do it for you, mate. I will try it for you. That said, finalize party formation, which means I have to go with it. Doesn't look like she's going to cut us any slack this time. Now's a chance to pay her back for the humiliation we endured back in May. Well, if you were ever holding anything back before, now's the time to pour it all in.
I take it you're all ready? You've been studying and training here half a year now. I think you might finally be able to do it. Now, show me you've got what it takes to pass with flying colors.
Understood.
Come at me with everything you've got.
Here we go. All right, let's do this.
I'll handle this. Leave it to me. Very well. I hope you're ready. You're finished.
Okay, we are in trouble.
You're in the shore. Crystal Saber.
Not bad. Time for the kid gloves to come off.
Go.
Is that gonna work? Yeah, I mean, Reen's gonna be fine, but if I want the bonus AP, I need to not get to critical HP.
Didn't see that coming.
My turn. Now,
Please?
You've come a long way.
I wouldn't expect.
Oh, it doesn't tell me. It doesn't tell me. I don't know what's critical HP. Oh, how much AP did you give me? In 2? How much? But was that for beating Sarah, or hang on. Sarah practical exam max AP. This one. Okay. I think 2 AP. Yeah. So I think we're good. You're right. Just wanted to be sure. I already missed 1 AP because of the last one, so you know. Did we actually win? Repaying you for our crushing defeat in May felt surprisingly satisfying. Nah, she's fine. She was holding back. Nicely done. Can't believe how far you've all come in just 6 months. Okay. I know you've been honing your team tactics, but I wasn't expecting such a top-rate performance from you so soon. But you know what? As your instructor, that's the best feeling in the world. Okay, that's 1 group down. 3 more to go. I'll call you in groups of 3, so be ready to jump in when I call your name. Is she even human? Multiple groups with multiple opponents in every group, and she was still able to put up a fight against all of us. She's on a completely different level. We'll need to redouble our efforts and training if we hope to match her. You can say that again. Oh, I'm spent. Mind if I... Yeah. What do you need? Like work. Yep. Sorry about that. What? Here? Have you no shame? Looks like there's still some life in her yet. She's the only person I know who can fight 4 back-to-back battles and still have the energy to wisecracks. Yeah, she's fine. Don't get me wrong, I'm genuinely impressed with how far you've come. Now I can tell where you're headed for your first study without any worries. Field study even. Up we go. Alright, get them while they're hot. So, oh, us and Elisa, the bay. Interesting choices. Rower and Ordus. These are the 2 of the Empire's largest cities, right? Well, technically they are. Rower is far from small, but Ordus is kind of on another level. It's the 2nd largest city in the Empire with over 400,000 people. Also happens to be the strongest of Duke Cayenne. Stronghold of Duke Cayenne, the noble faction's de facto leader. Are you out of your mind? You want us to drag this hyperactive chatterbox straight into the noble faction's largest stronghold? He does make a good point. What is this hostile territory for her? No 2 ways about it. If they find you poking around, they'll burn you at the stake. Yeah, I'm not that worried. I've snuck into Orders plenty of times before, and this time I've got you guys with me, I'll be fine. This is no laughing matter. I'm a bit concerned too. As am I. Orders is quite far from here, something were to happen. Not to worry, I'm thinking about what to do about that. Still, you're not in for a laid-back vacation, that much I could say for certain. It goes for the group headed to Rower too. Rival group is based out of Rower, isn't it? Though Rower is also part of Marquis Rogner's domain, and he's the head of one of the 4 great houses. Jedica's stubborn old man, eh? He's supposed to be a real hardliner, even among the big shots in the aristocracy. That's true, but the Imperial Army also runs a military factory in the vicinity. The Rainford group isn't aligned with either faction, but I can imagine there are more than a few ongoing complications. Really? Sounds like trouble if you ask me. Why would my father and the other members of the board choose destinations like those in dangerous times like these? Well, like I said, we're thinking those issues over. With the Academy's annual festival coming up next month, there's no field study being planned. So, it's your chance to show off all the know-how you gained from your previous field studies. Make whatever preparations you need to, and when Saturday rolls around, travel with your heads held high. Class 7 has done a damn good job so far. The only reputation you guys have to live up to is your own. Thank you, instructor.
Your rank's gone up. Here's a little something from the Academy.
Or a jacket.
You did really well, Reen.
Saturday. Oh, we're just going straight to the field study, okay.
It's 8:20. So we're still waiting on Elliot and Crow then.
It looks like they nearly pulled an all-nighter working on our festival performance.
It sounds like they've got a general idea of what they want, as far as style goes. But they're both nitpicking the set list and all the little details of the performance itself.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. I'm not worried about Elliot, but I can't say I've got an abundance of faith in Crow.
Well, be that as it may, we just have to leave it to them for now.
Still, I was surprised by what the instructor said last night. What do you think she's cooking up this time?
I can only shudder to guess.
Oh, before I forget, I want you all to stop by the academy tomorrow morning before you head out. Both groups, meet me out on the field by 9 a.m. and don't be late.
Well, Sarah randomly springing things on us is nothing new.
But why delay our departure? It takes 8 hours by train to reach Ordis as it is.
You're right. If we're still in Trista at 9 a.m., it would be past sundown before we got there.
The train ride to Ruhr is over 5 hours, too. Ideally, we'd all be on the first train out of Trista. How about it, Sharon? With the way you're just standing back there smiling, I'm guessing you know something. I hope you're looking forward to my unsurprise when we step off the train in Ruhr to see you already there.
I wouldn't dream of it. I assure you, I'll only be seeing you off this time.
She's totally going to be there ahead of us.
That's about as sure a bet as you can make. Pretty certain she knows what's going on, too.
She's one amazing maid. I feel like I have my own professional chef, too.
Oh, sorry guys, I overslept.
Yo, morning everyone.
Morning.
Looks like we have everyone now.
We have to meet the instructor at the field by 9, right?
I don't know what she wants to see us about, but don't worry, we've still got some time left.
Anyway, I think we should head out now. I'm sure most of us have some last-minute preparations to take care of.
True.
Have a safe trip, everyone.
Right. Let's go about unequipping some peeps. How dare they pick my team for me? I always want to put Elisa and Elliot together, but sorry, Elisa and Reen together, but Elliot's not level 5 yet, so sadly we have no choice. Holy shit. 420? Yep. Oh shit. 4, 7, 4, 10. Somehow, Elisa has more ATS. So she may as well be the main with Elliot as the secondary ATS person. I now know that we have an ATS plus 50. You can have one of those. Hmm. Sure, that'll probably do. Okay. Oh, let's put that. I tell you what, let's do that, and then let's give her just a fuck ton of evasion. How much evasion can we get out of? Well, if we give her 2 evergreens, that's 40% evasion. And while she doesn't have the gladiator thing, I still think that's like fucking amazing. Where's the gladiator belt? Um. Gonna need attack 3, evade 2 if I have it. Evade 2. Sure, let's do a chaos. Then also poison. Oh no. Who's using Gambu? Is it Reen? Who the fuck's got oh no. It's oh, okay, I'm stupid. Ah, it's in the same line. Right, okay. So in here, let's put action 3, because that's what I wanted in there. And then here we can put Genbu. There's something else in my mind for some reason. I don't remember now. Okay, so mind 3. Oh, that's why she had more. I'm an idiot. Oh well. So let's have EP cut 2. Let's have what else? What do you get by default? Oops, everything basically. So I think let's just give him Cross Crusade because it fucks everyone up. Give him Flood. What does at least have? Fire. The dark stuff. And that's it. Fire and the dark. So you need water. You need earth. You need wind. Any fire. Okay, so we can actually give him fire as well. May as well. And what else? Like a phantom phobia? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's try that. Alright, fucking hell. Sorry that took so long. Scroll down. Morning, everyone. Morning. Didn't expect to see all three of you together this early. It gives. We're just talking about all of you, actually. I'm just glad you managed to decide what to do for the festival before you got shipped off on your field study. Sounds like you didn't waste any time putting George to work either. Did ask him for help with our orbital instruments, yeah. I'm hoping to have everything sorted out by the time you're back. Make sure you know who's going to be playing what by then, though. We haven't decided our genre, yeah? Well, that's definitely something you'll need to have to take care of. I'm more interested in the outfits though. I'm really sexy. Really sexy. Especially the girls. Oh, you and I are on the same page. Don't even think about it. I'm not wearing one. It would be a bit distracting if they ended up being as revealing as President Herschel's was. That was all Angie and Crow's fault. They wouldn't listen to any of my feedback. I hope you realise how much I'm counting on you to stop this, Reen. I'll see what I can do. On a less sexy topic, this month's field study sounds like a tough one. Borough is at the centre of the Nortia province. The provincial army's influence isn't quite as blatant as in Ordice, but they still hold significant sway there. And their relationship with the railway military police is especially bad, so make sure you don't get wrapped up in all that. Really? And tensions are rising both inside and outside the country as it is. It's kind of worrisome. Nisha field study's been planned out to minimise the chance of you getting into any trouble. What? What do you mean by planned out? Oh, did Instructor Sarah not tell you? Well, we can't spoil the surprise then, can we? What are you... Curiosity piqued. Well, they did call you to the field, right? Where do you get going? I'm sure it will make sense when you're there. Slow it down. How come you guys all get to know and I don't? Sorry, Chrome. Well, that's what you get for taking the easy classes again this year. What she said. Still, you're technically a second year, so make sure to back your new class up. Oh, I see how it is. Get a few more credits than me and you think you can get away with saying whatever you want. Well, sounds like we should head to the field then. No. Sell me some shit. Do we have Evade 3? No. What about new weapons? Probably have to wait until we get there, huh? Seems that way. Alright. It's probably the longest way to do it, actually. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Thank you so much. That was very close. Let's check on the fish. Fish. Boo. What are you still doing here? Didn't you have a field study to undertake? We thought so too, but they told us to gather at the field instead. How about you, Patrick? I thought it would be a cold day in hell before I saw you attend morning practice. I'm only here to shake off my morning drowsiness. I most certainly didn't come here to train after my crush to defeat Fredo's hands. That is one honest lie. You can read him like a book. You'll be making your way to Orderson Row, will you not? Rather foolhardy, if you ask me. Well, we can't really claim that either place will be a cakewalk. Ordis is Duke Kyan's stronghold, so the others are bound to run into trouble there. But it's not like Row is the nicest place these days either. Wait, are you actually worried about us, Patrick? If you're gonna spout nonsense, I'd appreciate it if you held your tongue. Moving on. Yes. We plan on settling the score with you at the Academy Festival. As such, we would prefer it if you returned safely. Challenge accepted. We'll be back and we'll make sure to give you a run for your money. Yeah. Skip. I'm with you, man. Where is... I know. What kind of guy is he? He just always wants to lose. In fact, he's such a nice guy. He's willing to be that shit all the time that we always have someone to beat.
What even is this?
Apparently this is just Eel Town.
What even is this? That's a catch.
Maybe a trout. Oh, it's going to be all Sepith.
Wow, this is a big one. Wow, this is a big one.
That's what she said. Can I get anything new? No. Lame? Okay. So Celine is here. Oh, even Celine's here. Maybe she's curious about what's going on too. Who knows what cats are thinking. Alright, Instructor Sarah should be waiting for us. Let's get moving. Yep. Rude. We were all told to meet here at 9 AM. Seems like I still have some time. No idea what this is all about, but I probably got to finish praying first. We're finished. Good, you're here. Oh, Instructor, I wasn't expecting you to be... Sharon? Weren't you in the dormitory when we left? Indeed I was, but I was summoned here by Lady Sarah. So after seeing all of you off, I came straight here. How did I guess you'd get here ahead of us? You know, at this point I shouldn't really be surprised. She ain't the Rhineford's top maid for nothing. Personally, I would have preferred not to ask her to come at all. But since she'll be acting as Group A's guide, I don't have much of a choice. Why, thank you. Wait, why do we need a guide? So you're telling me... Oh, looks like everyone's here already. Oh, Sharon's here too? Huh? What's she doing here? Cooking, cleaning, instantaneous travel, something. You flatter me, must use whatever words. Well, we got all of you here now. Look at that, 9 AM, right on time. Huh? What's that sound? Sounds like a rush of air. No, that's not quite it. Sounds to me like an airship. You kidding me? Look. What the hell is that? Here they come. What is that? Kind of looks like the RSL, but shitter. What is this thing even doing here? Wow, it's so cool. Crimson airship. Who's it belong to? An Imperial Army warship, maybe? Nah, not enough giant guns. Still, the shape looks familiar. Oh, no, I remember. It's like the white wings of the Liberal. Think so too, right? You mean like the RCO? Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance. The RCO, wasn't that a high-speed cruiser from the Kingdom of the Liberal? Indeed, it was on that very airship that Prince Oliver made his triumphant return to Heimdall. No way. They're not seriously going to land here, right? Of course they are. It's 75 hours from bow to stern. Might be a bit of a snug fit, but they should be able to touch down. Man, you gotta be kidding me. Wait a minute. How do you know how large it is? This is the best. It's actually very pretty up close. The more I look, the more it seems just like Ocean, except red. Red's the crest of Arabonia, though. So at the very least, it's an airship for the Empire.
Salutations, my beautiful friends! It's only been 10 days since last we met, but I couldn't keep myself away.
Prince Oliver!
And Major Vander.
Glad to see you all again.
Your slack-jawed amazement says it all. It looks like this will be quite the crowd pleaser during its grand unveiling in Heimdall.
Wait, what grand unveiling?
Man, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Still, the prince is just here in a supporting capacity today, to say nothing of myself. The real stars of the show are the airship and this fine gentleman we have aboard.
Who might you be referring to?
It's been quite some time. I see many familiar faces gathered here today, and several I've yet to have the pleasure of meeting.
Is that?
I know that voice.
The Radiant Blade Master?
Father.
So that's Laura's dad? Wait, who's the what now?
And look, Tobal's with him too.
This isn't quite how I expected our grand reunion to go. That's for sure.
The Radiant Pilot?
What are you doing up there? And what's with the hat?
Allow me to introduce you. This is Captain Victor S. Arsaid, who will be assuming command of this ship. Yeah. With the hat on? No idea. Take his hat off. It's Laura's dad!
So that's what this is about.
I'll fill you in on the details another time.
What in the name of Adios is that?
Oh, here he comes. That's true. That is absolutely true. You're absolutely correct.
Wow, what a pretty ship.
This thing's a real piece of work.
Incredible! I've heard about the specs, but the numbers don't do it justice. Looks even better live than on paper.
Principal Van Dyke, you too?
Could someone fill us in on what exactly is going on here?
Your bafflement is quite understandable.
George.
The chairman of the board proposed a change to your travel arrangements for this month's field study. He's agreed to deliver all of you to your respective destinations aboard this airship.
What? We'll be riding in style.
He's mainly taking it on its maiden voyage to unveil the ship to the nation. We're just kind of along for the ride. You'll be headed to the capital first, but from there, it'll be a straight shot to Ruhr.
Wow. I'm not sure what to say.
Oh, this is all so sudden. I think I need to sit down.
Well, should we be off, Your Highness?
Yes, that sounds marvelous. With that, let me be the first to welcome you, Class 7. Aboard the second Arsail-class high-speed cruiser, the Courageous.
Biggie. Not even our high-speed trains could hope to match that. That may be true, but we still have our own strengths. How's the investigation coming along? Well, they've been pretty blatant about trying to obstruct us, so basically about what we expected. Same is true in other areas as well. Understood. Respond with pattern 13. I'll head there myself this afternoon. Yes, ma'am.
Told me all about it, but there's no substitute for seeing it soar through the skies. Simply beautiful. Yes, it really is.
You just had it in the chat, like, but you've not pressed the button to send the message, and you were just hovering over it. You just saw these, and you're like, oh, I couldn't help myself.
You're up there, aren't you, Rean?
No, I absolutely get you, man. I'm the same.
Wow.
Yeah, weird.
That's the Courageous. Oliver finally finished his airship.
It's a fine ship, isn't it? Prince Oliver seems to have gone to quite a lot.
Oh, whoops.
Is this the wind of change you intend to release across our stained and troubled land? Go, my son, and show me the caliber of man you can be.
Believe it's been almost 2 years already? And look at how far our debaucherous prince has managed to come. Partnering with LeBurl to make a second Arcel-class airship, then cruising over the capital? I suppose that's one way to stick it to you for outmaneuvering him at the trade conference.
Let him have his fun for now. Still, this was certainly an unexpected play at this point. He and that band of students he likes to ship across the country have proven a never-ending source of entertainment.
I would actually argue that Trails of Cold Steel is technically a sequel. Like, the story continues. Because if you didn't play Trails of the Sky, you would have no idea. Like, that flashback you saw just then, you'd have no idea what that was.
But now, my dear Prince Oliver, we have reached a decisive point. The board has been prepared, every piece in its place. Can you turn the tides in your favor? I look forward to finding out.
It's currently 10:02, and we have a north-northwesterly wind blowing in at a speed of 11 Arj. We've just passed through the Schwartz-Drake Barrier's airspace into the province of Nortia.
Current speed is 3,050 SPH. We've reached full cruising velocity.
Maintain current course and speed. Follow the Nortia main line, maintaining a distance of 200 Arj.
Aye, aye, Captain.
So this is what the bridge of a cruiser looks like. It's all kind of making my head spin. If I'm not mistaken, this ship is equipped with the Epstein Foundation's latest information processing system. Oh, so you actually managed to get the Rainford Group, Zeiss Central Factory, and the Epstein Foundation to collaborate. I suppose you would be the most well informed on matters of technology. It took the combined effort of countless supporters to take this airship from blueprint to beauty. That caused a great many people no small amount of trouble gathering the technology and funds to build it. It's nice to know even princes have trouble with financing sometimes. Alas, it's true. I had to borrow quite a sum from a number of sources, the Emperor himself among them. But all my labours bore fruit, and we were able to build an airship that met all of my ideal specifications. Yeah, exactly. It's its own game and its own story, but it is it's good to know the prior information. At a length of 75 R, it's almost twice the size of the original seal. Okay, do you know what the name of the Crossbell game is? So should I play Trials of Cold Steel 1, 2, that game, then 3 and 4? Because I was just going to go 1 to 4, but if I should play that game in between, then I'll definitely do that. They're not even out yet in English. Is it... only the first Crossbell game? Which one? Because there's Trails from Zero. Oh, where did I buy that one? Because I've got 2 on my wish list, but I don't think either. Oh, I do have that. Yeah, I've got that on in my library. Okay. Okay. But only the first one is out. So there's like a Trails of Zero from 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Is there? Or are they called different things? Trails to a Zero. Okay. Is the second part. That comes out in March. So really, if I play this game, and I play the second game, then I play 0, by the time I finish 0, Trails to Azure might be out. And then there's another one called Trails into Reverie, which comes out in July. Is that the third part of the Crossbell thing, or is that something completely different? After Cold Steel 4. Okay. I don't have a pen on me. Here, let me put it in my private server. So, Cold Steel 1, 2, Trails, wait. Cold Steel 2, Trails 0, Trails Azure, Cold Steel 3, Cold Steel 4, and then Trails Livery. Okay. I mean, I think it's just good to play like things in event order, you know. I don't think it would matter too much, but if that's the way that you should, in order of story, play it, and if it's possible, then I can do it. But if we're like near the end of Trails of Cold Steel 3, and we're like nowhere near the release of that other Crossbow one, then I'm just like, yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see how we get on, and then once we get to the end of like Cold Steel 2, we'll see like where the next games come out, and we'll go from there, I guess. Not quite as fast as the Arsenal's 3600 SPH, but the Courageous boasts high armor and interception capabilities. Good grief, she's memorized all the specs already. Still, the more I hear about it, the more unbelievable it sounds. Sounds like he's compensating for something. I've heard something like this was in development. I never would have imagined you packed this much power into it. Well, now we have a rough idea of how extravagant this ship is. What I don't understand is why my father is sitting in the captain's seat, not even part of the military. Unless, father, did you actually enlist in the Imperial Army? I can understand why you might be perplexed. However, this ship isn't a part of any military force. Huh? So wait, is it officially regarded as the property of the Imperial family? Precisely. I intend this ship to give wings to a third faction of sorts, unconnected to both the Imperial and Provincial armies. To that end, I could think of no finer captain than Viscount Arced. That's pretty much a prequel. It's good to do and you get a lot by playing it. Crossbow spin-off. Yeah, okay. I think, yeah, we'll, once we finish Cold Steel 2, depending on when we finish it, I think we'll go from there, depending on which game to go to next. But it's good that you told me, because I heard that there was, like, one game that happened during the... I didn't realise there was going to be another one as well, so we'll see how it goes either way. Well, that at least explains some of it. Let's see what you're getting at, yeah. The fastest airship in the Empire, captained by the Radiant Blade Master. Couldn't ask for a stronger deterrent than that, I'll say. Well, that's my hope anyway. About half the crew here are on loan from my division, 7th Armoured. The rest are civilians, representing a variety of nationalities and social classes. As for me, I'm here because I'm just that good at gathering information. They've also asked me as the point man for keeping in touch with the guild and all its local branches. Makes sense to me. Phil was definitely a good choice. He's got tact and patience to spare. Me, on the other hand, I'm more the face-punching type. Frankly, I'm still shocked we're here. I'd never imagined we'd be flying on such a marvelous ship with such a distinguished crew. You got me curious, though. Are you intending to tour the whole Empire like this? That's our plan, yes. Hope is that it might help us some of the tension that's been building across the nation. If we happen to intimidate the Imperial Liberation Front while at it, all the better. Ah. That makes sense, considering they got their own airship too. The Intelligence Division and the RMP seem to be keeping them in check for now, but having a ship like this in the air will definitely put even more pressure on the Liberation Front. In other words, this ship allows me to kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Genius, isn't it? If I ever feel the urge to stretch my wings, I can take to the skies whenever the mood strikes me. Perhaps one day I'll even be able to put on a recital soaring in the skies above Heimdall. Well, putting aside certain idiotic flights of fancy, at this speed it should take less than an hour to reach Rower. Feel free to make yourselves at home while you're aboard. Aside from the restricted areas like the engine room, you have the run of the ship. Go and poke around a bit. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks. I think I'll take you up on that. And that's how we ended up flying to our destinations aboard the Empire's newest, most cutting-edge cruiser. We didn't just sit down and look at the windows, of course. Since we had the captain's permission, we just set about exploring the Courageous, seeing what the top-of-the-line airship had to offer. Man. Oh, excuse me. Honestly, you could have told me about this a little sooner. Is this the reason you've been so busy lately? I apologise for the secrecy, but much of this project fell under the veil of strict confidentiality. There are some things I'm forbidden to speak of, even to my daughter. I'm sure you realise that. But Klaus must have known, right? Why was he allowed to know while I was left in the dark? Well, we're really honoured to have been invited aboard. We can rest a bit easier once we arrive in Roa knowing we had an Imperial escort. Indeed you can. The Provincial Army will have little choice but to accommodate you. This ship's purpose is to act as a deterrent to both factions, as well as the Imperial Liberation Front. By doing that, we hope that the Courageous will hold the old guard at bay long enough for something new to take root. I'm sure it will. They chose wisely in naming you captain. Still, I assume that's not this ship's only purpose. Well, true, burning an airship this advanced seems excessive if all you're going to use it is as a deterrent. Laura's right. There has to be some other purpose it was made to fulfill. Very perceptive of you. I regret that I wasn't able to discuss this with you properly when you were in Legram last month, but I'm proud to see just how much you've grown since your role at the Academy. I have my class to thank for that. Learning alongside them has been a constant source of insights. So tell me, Irene, how's she doing? Is Laura getting along with the other students? Huh? I think she's been fitting in fine. See, that's reassuring to hear. At times I worry that growing up in a sword-fighting household caused her to end up less well-rounded than her peers. Hope you and the others will continue looking out for her. Of course. We're glad she's with us. Can't imagine Class 7 without her. Can't get help the feeling that she's something more to you than simply a classmate. Whatever the truth may be, I hope you'll continue treating her as the lady she is. I'm not one to abide inappropriate behaviour toward my daughter. I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about. But I like to think I know how to conduct myself toward my classmates. Good, good. That's what I want to hear. What are the two of you going on about with all your whispering and your furtive glances? It's nothing you need to concern yourself with, just a little discussion between men. You needn't worry. We'll be sure to get you to your field study safely. As a student of Thor's, I expect you to give it to your utmost. Huh? He really does care about her. Forbidden feeling. Oh. Amazing. Oh, excuse me. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I had no idea the rental company was involved in developing something on this scale all this time. Then I found out it was a collaboration with the Epstein Foundation and ZCF. And on top of that, she's got her hands in the development of our Arcus units too. It's way too much work for one person. How many projects does Mother have under her wing right now? Well, I'm afraid I can't give a simple answer to that. But suffice to say, the chairman only knows about a small number of the projects in development by the Rainford Group. Lately, the directors of... I knew it. Oh? Hello, Master Rain. Sorry, am I interrupting something? No, it's okay. Have you finished exploring the airship? I expect it to be a while longer before we reach Roa. Finished? I don't think I've seen half of it yet. It's kind of overwhelming. I'm looking forward to landing in Roa though. It's been a while since I've seen the industrial metropolis. It's not too far from my hometown, so I'd always hear about it in passing. That's right, you're from the mirror, so I guess you would then. You want a little refresher? I can bring you up to speed on all things Rora. Sure, why not? Rora used to be a factory town, but it grew into a hotspot with technology as a result of its steel and heavy industry. The population is around 200,000, and since the city's in the Nortia province, it's under Marquis Rogner's jurisdiction. That's right. I still find it kind of wild that Angelica is his daughter. You know, the last time I visited, it felt like the whole city was man-made. Trees and grass were rare sights. It made it kind of hard to tell how large the city really is. Well, the city itself is basically one giant structure divided into several levels. It's been expanded so many times that even long-time residents occasionally wind up in places they don't recognise. Well, I've lost count of the number of times I've had to go pick up Lady Elisa when she lost her way. That was when I was a kid. Don't say it like it still happens. Really, it was a long time ago. Something tells me we're looking at the not quite so distant past. Anyway, north of Rose, the Saxon iron mine. The iron mine there makes its way into most of Rainford Group's products in some form or other. The amount of ore they get from just that ore mine is immense. The Empire would be a different place today without it. I don't doubt it. Even our textbooks mention the mine. It's been vital to the Empire since back before the Orbital Revolution. In the centre of Rora, you can't miss the Rainford Group's corporate headquarters, which is also basically my house. Honestly, I was hoping I wouldn't have to go back anytime soon. Lisa. I guess there's no point in moving about it now. We've yet to have a field study that didn't spiral into some sort of hectic adventure, but I'm ready if you are. We'll just take it as it comes. I'll be wishing you all the best. Oh, here it is. Come on, nobody wants to see dudes sing. It's all about the ladies. Besides, if we make the outfit skimpy enough, guys will be breaking down the door to get in. Like, three working out what to do for a concert? Yeah, we got the general gist of it figured out now, but let me ask you, Irene. What would you prefer, male or female vocals? It's a really important question too, since it'll change the audience we draw. And that's a tough decision. Why don't we try both then? You know what? That'd be perfect. He's true. He's like, I want this to be a mature. Yeah, I really like that idea. 2 songs would be the perfect length too. Rehearsing will be a bit tougher, but I think we should do it. It lets us use both plans too. You don't see me complaining. He really seems excited for this. Bless him. Your ideas have all the subtlety of a sledgehammer. We realize that this will put us in direct competition with Class 1, correct? We'll need to do something with the degree of class I want to take them on. Shut up, noble boy.
Oh. At long last, the Courageous has finally taken to the skies of Erebonia. I feel like a mother hen watching her chicks leave the nest.
I'll take your word for it.
This may sound a bit forward of me to say, but it sounds like you had some hurdles getting this project together.
It was no easy ride, I'll say that.
I doubt it would have come together without the prince's unwavering dedication and tireless work. He had to find the time to raise funds and oversee the entire project, in addition to all his official duties. And to add to that, he had to take care of all the arrangements necessary to get Viscount Arce installed as its captain.
I can't even imagine how busy your schedule must have been. Even from a student's perspective, it sounds brutal.
Well, for this ship to have any weight as a deterrent, I needed the Viscount. Thankfully, he agreed to my request. My plan is to create a neutral third power capable of acting independently of our nation's 2 competing factions. You can think of the Courageous as the first physical embodiment of that ideal.
A third party, huh? I feel like I'm starting to understand at least part of what it is you're trying to accomplish.
The road will be a difficult one.
True, but this is only the beginning. Seeing this ship soar through the clouds for the first time moves my heart. Just as when Class 7 was formally established, I look forward to seeing what the future holds for the courageous. And for the brave men and women of your class.
Your Highness.
We live in interesting times. The political situation across the Empire seems to grow more ominous by the day. But, with any luck, making a real show out of this ship's launch will push back against the prevailing climate.
Well, that's the hope at least. Either way, you'll have your whole life to split hairs about politics. For now, give your attention to your field study.
Thank you. I know you have high expectations for us, and I hope we'll be able to meet them.
Alright.
Instructor Sarah? Tova? What are you guys doing out here?
Oh, just a little bracer-to-bracer information swapping.
That's about the long and short of it. Been a while since I saw you guys, though. Not since last month in Legram.
Yeah, always nice to see a friendly face, though.
Well, despite keeping in touch with him and setting up these arrangements, it came as a surprise to me to see him on board, too.
Clearly, it was meant to be. Honestly, I was only brought on because of my connection with Viscount Arce.
This airship really is in a class all its own, though. It's not every day you see a ship owned by the Imperial family and captained by the Radiant Blade Master.
This cruiser has the potential to be an important force in Erebonia going forward. Without ties to the Imperial or Provincial armies, it can potentially keep both of them in check if need be. It might not be able to do that quite as well as a strong guild presence could, but it'll still help protect a lot of people.
That's true. It still frustrates me how the guild used to be an institution here, and now we're just barely keeping the lights on. At least the Crossbell branch sends its people over to help us out when we need a hand.
Wenzel's one thing, but we owe McLean so many favors, I've lost count.
McLean? Wait, are you talking about...
Oh, yeah, I guess you would have heard of him. He's an A-rank bracer over at the Crossbell branch. A guy we used to work with named Wenzel works there now, too.
McLean.
Wait, maybe we should back it up a bit.
The guy we're talking about is Arios McLean, aka the Divine Blade of Wind.
I don't know the guy.
The name probably sounds familiar to you because he's also a practitioner of the 8 Leaves 1 Blade style.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. I've never met him myself, but I heard a lot about him from my master. He mastered the school's second form. It sounds about as untouchable as anyone who holds the title of Divine Blade.
Well, he's pretty damn strong, I'll give you that. Bailed me out of more tough spots than I'd like to admit. Speaking of, you know who else is a student of the 8 Leaves School? Cassius Bright. We were talking about him before, remember? He's the bracer who took command during that big incident 2 years ago. Though from what I heard, he left the way of the sword behind a while back.
Cassius Bright was here in Erebonia. Wait, 2 years ago.
It was an eventful time, to put it lightly. And yeah, we have Cassius to thank for getting us past that. But afterward, well, you know the story from there. They shuttered guild branches all across the Empire, one after the other, and your dear, sweet instructor was out of a job.
I'd be glad to give you all the grisly details, but it's a long story. We should probably save it for another time. But hey, the guild seems to have a good track record with folks from the 8 Leaves School. Maybe you should consider a career as a bracer. Door's always open, you know?
Me? A bracer? Huh. I never really thought about it before.
I mean, he basically already is. Total LinkedIn.
Hey, there's enough of us singing the bracer blues without you trying to recruit my students.
Never hurts to start them early. Seriously, though, we're always looking for more good people. If that's something you wanted to do, I wouldn't turn you down.
I'll give it some thought.
I think it'd be perfect for him. He's already a bracer.
Attention all crew members
He's
and
just
passengers.
called a student.
We will soon be entering Ruhr airspace. Please prepare for landing. and make sure you have all personal effects with you before disembarking.
Sounds like we're almost there. This is sure more than I'd expected.
The divine incest. Nah, he should be called the Dual. Dual spelled D-U-A-L, divine incest, because he's got his nice uwu incest form, like he is now, and then he transforms into his really angry incest form.
Guess I'd better go round up the others and start getting ready. Brewer reports granted us permission to land.
Commence landing
Yes.
preparations.
Oh, can you, where did you, find that fan fiction? By, just asking for a friend.
And keep the engine warm. We'll be taking off again right after our guests have disembarked.
Aye, aye, Captain. Preparing the courageous to land.
Doing today, you got 3 days for this month's field study. Make 'em count, guys. A plan on it. We'll do the best we can. You guys be careful in Nordis, okay? Yeah, it sounds like things could get dangerous there. Don't sweat it, we'll be fine. We ought to be alright. But certain someone could keep her mouth shut. Take care and rule everyone. Will do. When we get back, we'll be jumping straight into festival prep. Hope you're ready to discover the true terror of planning by committee. Oh, that's right. Everything that's happened so far today? I almost forgot about that. We'll have the songs and outfits finalised by the time we get back, and we should have the positions all figured out too. Let's try to save at least a bit of strength. It'd be a shame to come back too tired to outdo Class 1. Oh, I think I could find the energy. Some reason for us to return safe and sound. Ha ha ha! Ah, the spirited joys of youth. I'm sure both your field study and the Academy Festival will prove valuable experiences for all of you. Work hard out there, guys, but not too hard, you hear? May the goddess go with you. Take care. We will. Oh, jeez. The Courageous touched down at the massive rural airport where we parted ways with the members of Group B. With us safely on the ground, it wasted no time taking to the skies again, ferrying the others west to Ordice. Rua was a maze in every direction, but Sharon guided us to Rainford's corporate headquarters without missing a step. This tunnel goes on forever. Can't help but recall trying to navigate Corellia Fortress. I guess when you build with tons of iron and concrete, everything starts to look pretty similar. We're not far from the city centre now. You might want to brace yourselves. Rura has an even weirder layout than the capital. Hey, that's my own town talking about. I can't deny it's true. Looks like we're finally out. Yeah, this reminds me exactly of Zace. Yeah, this looks just like Zace. And to the right is the airport, right? Whoa. City extends above and below? Well, Rura grew up around steel fabrication and heavy industry. That's how it came to be known as the Empire's industrial metropolis. You were right, it is weird. It's got a population of around 200,000 people too. That's as big as the capital of a small country. I feel like the city's gotten even bigger since the last time I was here. The Rainford Company headquarters is on the upper level, right? That's right, if you'd like to visit, just head up the escalator.
to Ruhr, home of the Rhineford Company. I sincerely hope that your field study here will be a fulfilling one.
Oh, jeez. Oh. Wow, a moving staircase. Even the capitals make sense. What do you say they're called again? Escalators? Right, the first one was Button's Ace. After that, the technicians here decided to try to build one too. Guess they just want to show off a little, huh? Look, kids, I swear. Oh, look at that. What is that? That's an awfully strange shape for a building. Wait, that's not even a building, is it? Let's catch read. That's actually an orbital generator. But it's so big. Ruhr has so many factories and industrial facilities that the city uses an enormous amount of orbital energy. Having large generators that send energy where it's needed is more efficient than each factory producing its own. That's quite a setup. Technology's really come a long way in such a short time. Excuse me. Whoa. I've seen the building in pictures, but it's even more commanding in person. Guess you wouldn't expect any less from Rhineford's corporate HQ. I couldn't believe my eyes the first time I saw it either. It's a big building, sure. They're not as big as Orchid's Tower and Crossbell. That's a 40-floor skyscraper. The tallest on the continent now, I think. Oh, that's the tower we could see from Grelier Fortress, right? Yeah, that's where they were holding a trade conference last month. No need to be so modest, Elisa. It's your family's digs. No one's gonna mind if you talk it up a bit. I'm not trying to. Well, should we go inside? No, we shall not. That's right, I'm running down the up escalator.
Master Reen, please don't cause too much trouble. Let's make our way to the Rhineford headquarters.
No.
Right, of course. Why is she singling me out?
I'm gonna do it again.
Master Reen?
I'm sorry. That'll give me nightmares.
Jesus.
Sweet dreams.
One more time? No, okay. Oh, excuse me. It's just fancy on the inside. Are these all scale models of machines Rhineford makes? Yep, I'll tell you more about them later if you're interested. Lady Elisa? Hello, Dalton. It's good to see you again. Oh, the pleasure's all mine. It's been 6 months since you've been home. I'd heard you were attending a military academy on the outskirts of the capital. It looks like you finally decided to come back and visit the old homestead. Yeah, here I am. We'll be staying for the next 3 days. I see, that's wonderful news. Keep taking good care of her, Sharon. So I certainly will. wanting to hear about it, but I know what you mean. Kind of brings home the fact that she's a Rhineford. Let's just get going, okay? Allow me to show you to the chairman's office. We'll be going up to the 23rd floor. Excuse me, Madam Chairman. I brought the ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. Bring them in, as you wish. Wow. You can tell the buck stops here. That's one hell of a view.
So it looks like the Courageous' inaugural flyover in Heimdall and Ruhr was a success. But don't release an official statement until tomorrow. Yes, that'll be fine. Yes, I'd like you to begin as soon as possible. And keep a careful eye out for any insider trading. Hello, Irina Rhineford speaking. Yes, I understand. Fast-track the construction on the special train if you can. No, pay it no mind. I doubt Crossbell-related shares rising is indicative of a larger market trend. But sell them all early next month. Timing is key here.
Wow. She's like a commander issuing orders across multiple fronts. Yeah, it's impressive to see Toa do it, but Mrs. Rhineford seems to have it down to a science.
She's a general on the battlefield of business.
Right.
Oh.
We all have other matters we need to attend to, so I'll get right to the point. Here.
What?
Thank you.
I've cleared my schedule to dine with you this evening, so anything you wish to discuss can wait until then. I'll leave the rest to you, Sharon.
As you wish, Madam Chairman. When do you expect to return this evening?
I'm planning on 7. Have our guests enjoy a night cruise, if you will.
That sounds splendid. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
Jesus.
That's it? That's all you have to say?
The chairman of the ZCF. What's her name? It's I can't remember her name. But she's way nicer.
I don't care if you ignore me. That's nothing new. But my classmates are here and you're on our board of directors. Would it kill you to show at least a little interest?
Elisa.
Whoa, Elisa, it's okay. You don't need to get worked up for our sake.
Oh, I almost forgot to mention.
Huh?
If you want to return in one piece, I'd suggest you steer clear of the Provincial Army and the Railway Military Police. The same goes for the Marquis's mansion, though I can't imagine what business would take you there. Use common sense, and don't try to overstep your bounds. That'll be all.
Have a safe trip, Madam Chairman.
Wow, your mom's a real piece of work, Elisa.
The army only wishes it was that efficient.
She certainly has the mettle to head up an international company like this, to say the least.
See? You see why I didn't want to come back now?
You can't tell me that gave you a great impression of her.
I think you're being a little hard on her.
She was looking out for our safety, giving us that advice.
Ugh, just forget it. Getting all worked up and storming off in a huff is what she wants me to do, and I'm not going to give her the satisfaction.
Okay.
We'll be back before sundown, Sharon. I'd like you to have the guest rooms and dinner preparations sorted by then. Oh, and see to our luggage, would you?
As you wish. Have a safe trip, everyone.
You know, I'm all in favour of jumping right into our field study tasks. Was it really okay to dump all our luggage on Sharon? I was wondering the same thing. All of our luggage together must have quite a heft. It's Sharon, she'll be fine. Honestly, can you imagine her breaking a sweat carrying suitcases? I can. You got a point. She'll probably carry them all in one go. Well, looking after guests does seem to be her specialty. Exactly. Anyway, let's see what kinds of things we've got lined up for us this trip. Alright. Ratto. Okay. Arcus units. Oh, and killing a monster. Alright. Looks like she hit the sweet spot with the challenge factor. Kind of reminds me of Marcus' dad. But I can't really deny it. I bet she's so sure she's got us pegged. She probably thinks we'll be able to finish all these. Just you watch. We'll finish up every last one for this evening. That'll show her. That's the spirit. Anyway, it's only 11:30 now, so we've got plenty of time before sundown. We've definitely got the hang of this whole field study thing by now, so let's show Rua some Class 7 spirit. Right. Okay. Marcus, what the fuck are you doing in the team? Get the fuck out.
Why are you going the wrong way? Just because you can?
It's kind of fun.
It's such a cool little touch to put into the game that they know that you're riding the escalator incorrectly. I like it. What the shit is this? This does not look like a place for students. It's a rare treat to see you, Elisa. How long have you been back? Not too long, actually. I'm only here as part of my studies at the academy. It's great to see you again, though. Looks like it's been treating you well. So tell me, which of these eligible bachelors is your boyfriend? What are you talking about? I don't have a boyfriend. Oh really? I got the impression from looking at you that you've been getting close to someone lately. You can't tell that kind of thing just by looking at someone. Looks like Elisa has all kinds of friends here. Who do I talk to? Oh, you. Can't in good conscience serve alcohol to students. We do have non-alcoholic cocktails on our menu if you'd like to drink in the ambience of being in a bar. Could always try and make them one yourself too. Here, if you wanted. Let me show you how it's done. Tomato cocktail? What's wrong with you? think that whole sentence you just sent there, that's Reen's middle name. Without the Reen on the end, obviously. Ooh, books. Do I have... Right, one sec, sorry, I need to scroll down. Right, let's go to RF store, I guess. Welcome to our store. Oh, Lady Elisa. What pleasure. I was told that you might visit. If you need any help regarding your Arcus, by all means let me know. Thanks. Probably won't even have to pay. Oh man, I'm stuck with her while we're here. Think your favour's enough to get this deal at every store? We're paying just like everyone else. Same old. Looks like we got some new weapons. So where can I get those? Is there a weapon shop here somewhere? Sorry, I'm just gonna go through this stuff. My bad. Maybe the Jackass's repair shop then? Well, if it isn't almost Rhineford. Looks like the twins are growing up big and healthy. Excellent. Why is every single person my grandfather knows like this? Really? He lives up to the name of his, but there's no questioning that he's really a capable engineer. Even if all he does is run this junk shop. Hey, it's not a junk shop, it's a repair shop. Though I said, don't matter what you call it. As long as I can take my machines, I'm a happy man. Oh, interesting. I don't think there's anything here that I really want. Oh, that's new. Altair Cannon. Maelstrom. Okay, so there's some new stuff. I thought I'd be able to buy... Oh, fucking RF arms, duh. Fucking hell. Alright then. What do we have? 7. Let's just 7. Plus that is 1,000. So 7, 14, 21. Okay, so I should be able to buy 4 weapons. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not enough of an increase for me to bother. Evasion boots, though. I'm gonna buy a pair of those. Alright, let's go back to RF store. I can make 2 more. Definitely want to make fees. %60 evasion. Oh my god. Crazy. Hello there, Chief. Well, what do we have here? Lady Elisa and her classmates. Thank you for coming to speak with me. So this must mean that you're Chief Johan at your service. I'm part of the Rainforest Group's 4th Development Division. 4th Development Division? They're one of the group's major divisions specializing in orbital communications and battle armaments. I think they even supervise the development of the orbital staff. Oh really? Then that means they report to I, right? Oh, so you're at it, are you? I appreciate you always sending us such detailed reports. You're definitely one of the most helpful testers. Happy to hear it. Still, orbital communications and battle armaments. Those 2 things sum Arcus up perfectly. Smart kid. Those Arcus armaments of yours are one of the most important R&D projects right now. Now that you know we're focused on the Arcus, do you think you could help us out with a little investigation? What do you say? Sure, that could be interesting. Oh, you would? Thanks a lot. What is it you'd like us to help you with then? Well, as I wrote in the request I sent you, I'd like you to conduct an investigation on Arcus signal strength. I imagine you've all been making use of the wireless communications capabilities of your Arcus ordnance, and I assume that you're aware of the fact that they use orbital waves to make that possible. Today, I'd like you to search for places where those orbital waves are weak. Where the orbital waves are weak, huh? For the highways are the first place that come to mind. So we're looking outside the city? No, I want you to conduct your investigation inside the city. Wireless orbital waves are not always the most stable things in the world. You may generally get a stronger signal inside town, but the strength still varies depending on where you are. Now you mention it, yeah, there are some places where it's tough to get a call to go through. But how are we going to find them? Oh, I probably should have started by giving you this. An orbital wave detector. That's right. It does just what you'd think. Detects and provides information on the orbital waves whenever you use it. If you find an area where you think the signal will be reduced, try switching this on. Why don't you give it a try? Okay then. Green switched on the orbital wave detector. Level 3 intensity. Some words came up. It said the signal strength in this area is 3, didn't it? You heard that right? The number that appears tells you how strong the orbital wave signal is in that area. It's on a scale of 1 to 3, 3 being the highest. So in other words, the signal strength here in this store is excellent. Any call you made would be crystal clear. What I want you to search for though are areas where the orbital wave detector displays a result of 1. Sounds simple enough? Well, I understand what it is that you're trying to ask us to do, but what sort of thing would weaken an area's signal? Well, there are 2 main causes. First cause is the waves being physically obstructed, like by walls or ceilings, stuff like that. Second is interference from other kinds of orbital waves. What other kinds are there? Tons of devices other than the Arcus use orbital waves. Think radios, other communication devices. Some orbits give off orbital waves too, but really just a negligible amount. Sometimes, when you get multiple kinds of waves in an area, they interfere with one another, making neither works properly. Meaning neither works properly. It's not my first time hearing about it either. Sounds like it could be a real problem. Certainly is. It's probably the biggest drawback to wireless communications technology. That said, audible waves are pretty strong outdoors, so you generally don't have to worry about it unless you're inside. I see. Well, it'll narrow down our investigation if we stay indoors. In general, yeah, you may find a few areas with weak signal strength outside, but they're much more common indoors. For the purpose of your research, we'll need you to find at least 3 different problem areas. If you can find more than that, we'd be thrilled, but that's up to you and how much time you have. Well, I think that's pretty much it. Any further questions? No, I think that's everything we need to get started. Thank you for breaking everything down for us. We'll get started right away, Chief. Thanks, kids. Ugh. Luckily, we just have a guide that tells us where all of them are. Looks like this area only has a single string of 1. Wonder if that's due to all the different orbments here. They must have all been given off their own waves. Probably. Maybe the cathedral's up here then?
These things sure are convenient.
I know, right? I could see them building some in Heimdall eventually.
This is playing a signal strength of 1. Huh, maybe the cathedral's so sturdy over waves can't even get through. Possibly. There's no antenna here either.
Looks like a dead end. This was some kind of maintenance room, I think.
Level 1. That's weird. You wouldn't figure a weak signal would be a problem outdoors. Yeah, I guess something must be obstructing the overwaves anyway. Glad we found this area. Seems like it would have been easy to miss. Oh. So this area is a 1, huh? Perhaps because of the way it's built. The actual bar area is pretty far into the building. Very possibly. There's also a radio playing in here, which might interfere with things too. So this is the Rohr Institute of Technology. We had a request from someone here. It's a famous university and research institute. Lots of the country's brightest technicians studied here, and a lot of them get scooped up by the Rhineford company after graduation. They've offered George some pretty sweet deals to encourage him to apply after he graduates. Jellica's old bike was originally being researched here too. I think George has mentioned that before. Sounds like they got all kinds of cool stuff in development here. What are we waiting for? Let's go on in. Right. Yikes, signal's pretty bad here. Perhaps it's because the researchers use orbital waves in their experiments. It's hard to say for sure. Alright, found 5 different areas now. Not bad considering we were told we could stop at 3. Yeah, I can't imagine we'll find any more though. Maybe we should go back and report all of these. Finish your investigation, I take it? Yes, we did. I'd like to give you our report. See, so all in all you found 5 different areas with a signal strength of 1. Looks like they all have low signals for different reasons too. This data will be invaluable in furthering our research. You've done excellent work today. I really owe you. Not at all. All we did was walk around town, really. We're glad to have been of service. By the way, couldn't help but wondering where we were on our little jaunt. Or can't help but wondering while. If we're in an area with a signal strength of 1, does that flat out mean that we won't be able to make a call on our Arcus? Nah, you should still be fine. What's the problem then? Well, the problem is, this has to do with the rollout of the OrbitalNet, doesn't it? Got it in 1. Should have guessed you'd figure it out. For the less technically inclined, what does that mean? Well, I can't pretend to be an expert on it myself, but what we've done today is taught you that orbital waves can be unstable by virtue of being wireless, right? Plus, the amount of data you can transfer wirelessly is less than you can transfer through a wired connection to begin with. As long as you're just transferring voice data through orbital waves, low signal strength isn't a huge problem. But if you're transferring more complex data like the text or picture files on the orbital computers at the Academy, the low signal strength would pose a problem, correct? So in other words, you're trying to increase the amount of information you can transfer wirelessly. For that OrbitalNet thing, or whatever you called it. Exactly. The OrbitalNet has only just started to gain traction here in Erebonia, but the Epstein Foundation in particular is making a lot of progress with their research in the field. There's even a project underway to connect Lemon State and Crossbow State with a wireless network. So we can't exactly sit on our hands here. And that's where this data you gathered comes in. I'll be sure to put it to good use. We'd be honoured if you did. Anyway, I think I kept you long enough. Here's your reward for a job well done. Ooh. Well then, good luck with whatever you got left. I really appreciate what you've done for me today. It was our pleasure. Keep up the good work. Ancient glyph. Is it stronger than Yggdrasil? That's large, so I would say so. So Yggdrasil costs how much? $204. $306, okay. Bigger is better. Whoop. Still, what a wild coincidence that Thor's students ended up helping me out. This might sound like a strange question, but is Instructor Makarov doing alright these days? Well, I suppose so. He does a lot for us as an instructor. Might I ask why you're asking? Oh, it's just that he's my brother-in-law. My wife's his elder sister. Sounds like teaching at Thor's is a good gig. We still worry about him sometimes. I see. It's kind of weird to think about instructors as actual people with lives. But it's good to hear that things are working out for him. He's a smart man. He was top of his class at the Institute of Technology, then went to be the Imperial Institute of Science. I've always thought his current position seemed like a bit of a waste of talent, but maybe it's the best place for him after all. What do you know? Ooh, 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 ooh. Oops. Alright. Let's test our new setups and shit.
That one looks annoying. Watch out. This one's dangerous. Stay on your toes. I'll handle it.
Great grouse.
My turn.
Ooh, I forgot he does double damage.
My turn.
Right, let's have a look at what ancient glyph looks like then.
Arcus activate.
My turn.
Here we go.
It's my turn. My turn.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Imagine trying to attack Fee. You must be dumb.
It's my turn. My turn. Hostiles neutralized. Guess we're safe.
Oh, I should probably put ingenuity on Elliot.
Oh yeah, this road leads all the way to your hometown, doesn't it, Rain?
Yeah, it'd take you days to get there if you tried to walk it, though.
Nahaha.
Bring it on!
It's my turn. Go! Broken.
My turn.
That's pretty tough.
Arcus activate.
My turn. Here.
Go! Second form, Gale!
Oh my god.
Okay.
What a monster.
Right.
Flame impact. Faint burn. Oh my goodness.
I did it.
Done.
What level is he? 55? Okay. So maybe some of the other people will get more skills when they hit 55 as well. I need to go down the other route for the other chest. Huh? Yeah, you.
Come on then.
Here we go. Burn to ash. Ha! We'll cut our own path.
Jesus. It's good, Matt. You damn right. That's Jesus. Getting a bit hot and steamy for his sister, innit? Get it? 'Cause it's a fire skill.
Okay.
Thanks. Here we go.
Right, can we kill the one with Gale? We can kill 4 of them.
Second form. Gale.
Man, the corpse that gives you double damage is so good. Also, I realise now what why I gave Reen the other item, which is the gladiator item. It's because he just instantly recharges all of his things. His CP.
My turn.
What do you reach to? Fire. I don't have that. What else? Anything. Right. Just gonna use one of these then.
Okay.
Go. Got it. I've got you.
I'll handle it.
Got it. I've got you. Right.
Oh, suddenly she doesn't have the thing anymore.
My turn. Huh. We'll cut our own path.
A+ outcome.
Let's have a look at that as well. So, Reen needs to. Does Fee have it on? No. Alright, so Reen needs the Reen needs the other one. This one. Ragnar Vortex with a 10 strength on it. Does a regular Ragnar Vortex have that on it? No. That one's amazing. Oh, it gives you Ragnar Vortex. Whoa, Jesus. Okay, we need to give that to someone. I think honestly I can take Septium Vein off. I don't even like need any more Sepith. it's just like crazy the amount I have now. So.
Huh. This is a pretty nice area.
Grandfather used to love coming here to fish, now that I think about it.
See what we got then. That looks new to me. Fucking hell. Making me fight for it.
Wow, this is a big one. Not bad. Not bad.
Just want to see what else is here. If anything.
Not bad.
Oh.
What even is this? What even is this?
Oh. There's a dog! Woof woof.
Now's our chance. I'll handle it.
Oh, is this the guy? Oh, he's dead now.
Burn to ash! That's that. Let's keep moving.
That looks like a tough one. Be careful!
Watch out. This is a tough one.
My turn.
I don't think we've seen Ragnar Vortex yet.
My turn.
Hmm? Oh, maybe I saw 1,000, not 12,000? Ah, because they're super resistant to wind. Makes sense.
Is everyone okay?
Yeah, more of that. Thanks.
Whoa, that's a big boy.
Be careful, this one looks strong.
Here we go.
Big boys. If I move, do I get a turn? Not really, but it's fine.
Here. I can do this. Arcus activate.
Right. Arcus activate.
Ha!
Go.
My turn. It's my turn.
My turn. Go.
I'll pick you up.
My turn.
Got an idea.
Okay. Here I go. Got it. I've got you. I can do this.
Go. Has a chance.
I'll pick you up.
I'll handle it. Here I go. Got it. I've got you.
Right.
It's my turn. Light. Okay.
Oops.
Here we go. Got it.
Ah, fuck it. We're getting so many of these anyway, I might as well just use it.
Leave it to me. Got it.
Right.
I'll handle it. Here we go. Got it. I've got you.
My turn.
Does somebody want them to have a turn?
I'll get you up.
Right. Go. Broken. My turn. Here we go. Now. I've got you.
My turn. Go!
I'll get you up.
You're finished.
Right. Fire. Go.
Broken. Right. Now.
Holy shit. Are they like...
I'll handle
Why are we critting so much? What is going on?
I've got you.
Go! There's a chance.
I'll get you up.
My turn. Now. I've got you. I can do this. Is everyone okay?
Okay.
I did it.
I did it!
All right.
Success.
I did it!
Yeah, more of that. Thanks.
It wasn't really hard, it was just took fucking ages. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe... Yeah. Let's do that. Let's head to Britain's hometown. Look at this, will take us to your mirror. I should pay a visit home sometime. Yeah, but you'd have to be crazy to go from here to there on foot. Let's turn around. Rude. Sorry, Reen, but fuck you, I guess.
Now's our chance. Okay.
crits.
Is everyone okay?
Oh. I might have accidentally double tapped X there. Crit point. Yeah, apparently.
That looks like a tough one. Be careful.
This one's dangerous. Stay on your toes.
Do you have any idea why we're critting so much? Because I have no idea.
Go! Burn to ash! Now's our chance!
I'll pick you up!
You're finished!
I can do this. That takes care of them.
Oh, really? I'm this far into the game, and this is considered the easy part of the game? Oh, before. Oh, okay. Right, okay, I get you. Oh shit, okay. Right, noted. Where is the skyline supposed to be reporting to? Oh, all the way fucking down there. Right, we'll have to see how I get on with the next boss then.
This way leads to Marquis Rogner's mansion.
So that's where Jellica's stubborn old man lives, huh? Better stay away.
Excuse me, could you spare us a moment of your time? We're the students of Thor's Military Academy who you asked to exterminate a monster for you. Ah, you're from Class 7, are you? I'd heard that you'd be handling that monster. I'm skeptical that a handful of kids would be up to the task. Well, no skin off my nose. You probably won't handle it as well as we could, but give it your best shot. Of course. Do they just rubber stamp the enlistment form of every egotistical ass who wants to run up with the provincial army? I know it seems that way, but, well, maybe you're onto something there. Makes it easy to know what they're thinking, though. Just don't let it get to you. As soon as you exterminate the monster, report directly back to us. If you're somehow still having trouble wrapping your brain around what to do, this was going to answer your questions. Whoa. It's dead. So you were to exterminate the monster on the West Highway, were you? Well done. That's some busy work off our plate. Well then, here's your reward. Don't use it all in one place. Thank you very much. Well then, you're excused. Jesus. You're welcome. Yeah, what now? Checkmate, scientist. Huh, judging by those uniforms, you're all students, aren't you? They're kind of familiar too. We're students from Thor's Military Academy. Are you the Ratto who sent in a request for us? I must be pronouncing his name wrong. Otherwise that's hilarious. Ah, so you're the students from Thor's. Of course, of course. No wonder your uniforms look so familiar. That's the academy George goes to. To be honest, I'm a bit uneasy about leaving this to you, but you look pretty strong, so hopefully it'll work out. Figures George would have connections here. Still, good to go out on a limb and guess that if you're worried about how well we clean up in a fight, must be a dangerous job. Kinda, yeah. Let me explain what I'd like you to do. You've heard of Professor Schmidt, right? The name does sound familiar, yeah. Professor G. Schmidt, I believe. He was one of the leading disciples of Professor Epstein, the father of the Oral Revolution. He's a really famous scholar in his own right. He followed in Epstein's footsteps in his work to help popularize orbments. Indeed, he's generally spoken of as something of a living legend. Professor Epstein also had two other famous students, Professor Russell from from Trails in the Sky, and Professor Hamilton. Their names tend to crop up together quite often in orbital sciences. Yeah, I doubt there's a researcher out there who isn't familiar with those three and their work. Besides that, though, if I'm remembering right, Professor Schmidt also serves as president of the Royal Institute of Technology. Huh, you don't say. I wasn't aware of what he was doing these days. Yeah, he's continuing his research here at the Institute. He can be pretty difficult to deal with at the best of times though, so he doesn't really do public appearances these days. Gotta say, you seem pretty well informed. Is he an acquaintance of yours, Elisa? Not as such, but he's apparently an old friend of my grandfather's. It's because of the orbital technology the professor brought back to the Empire that the Rhineford company grew so large. At least that's what I've been told. So that's how the Empire's largest company hit the big time, huh? So you're Chairman Irina's daughter, huh? Tech must run in the Rhineford blood. You might not know, but the professor's been involved with the development of the Arcus units and the orbital staffs too. Whoa, seriously? Did have a feeling that might be the case. The tech used in the Arcus unit seems more advanced than anything I've seen in the standard issue battle orbments made by the Foundation. And it sounds like the only person who could make something like that would be this professor then? Sounds more like a wizard by the minute. The reason I started with this little history lesson is because the request comes from Professor Schmidt himself. I work as one of his assistants, so I put in the request on his behalf. Anyway, I feel like I'm talking your ear off, so let's move on to explaining what it is I'd like you to do. By all means. Okay then, I want you to enter the Sachsen iron mine and bring me back a small quantity of a minor metal called linium. What's a minor metal? It's a category of rare metals often used in technological development. I've never heard of linium. I'm not surprised, it's not especially well known, even for a minor metal. However, it's got some exciting potential applications in a new airship engine that's currently in development. That'd be quite the mechanical coup. Kind of makes me think of the Courageous. Oh, it's actually related to that, as chance would have it. In addition to the Rhineford Company, both the Foundation and ZCF were involved in the development of the Courageous. Our university is participating too, which has gained us access to all sorts of new technology as a result. Right now, we're working day and night to see if we can push what's possible with an airship engine. Okay, so now we know why you guys want the linium for, but why us? Well, extremely small quantities of linium have been extracted from one of the mine's tunnels, but a few years ago, dangerous monsters started taking up residence right in that very tunnel. In the end, it had to be sealed off before we could obtain a large enough sample to run tests on. That story does sound familiar now that I think about it. And if the ore doesn't have any proven applications, it would be easy to get permission to access that tunnel. That's where we stand at present. If the professor were to petition the army, it's a possibility they go and secure the necessary sample, but like I said earlier, he's not the easiest man to deal with. He doesn't want to ask anyone for assistance, not in the army. Sounds like a real pain in the ass. Can't say I'm not concerned about these purported monsters in the mine. If we can make a contribution to the advancement of science, we might even see linium pop up in textbooks someday. Yeah, I think we should help him out. I do know the mine chief, so if we explain why we want to head into the tunnel, I'm sure he'll let us in. Oh really? That'd be a huge help. Still, it's an older tunnel and I doubt it's been retrofitted to the most modern safety standards. Make sure you're really careful when you go in there. Of course, precaution is the best kind of caution. Oh, precaution. To get to the mine, we'll need to leave town through the eastern exit on the lower level and take the mountain path north. Okay, let's get going. Whoa, this mountain path looks kinda dangerous. Well, at least it's maintained. Good grief, nobody said anything about having to climb a mountain today. I'm already feeling bushed. There's a freight line that goes right to the mine, right? Why can't we just use that? Oh, come on. We're students, not train-hopping vagabonds. Just think this is another part of our training. Jeez, lighten up a little, you guys. Looks like there's some wildlife on this path that might prove dangerous, so let's be careful as we go. Roger that. I think we're going to end here actually before we start the next quest fully. Been going for a little while now, so that's going to be it from me for today. I love you. Look after yourself, stay hydrated, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow for more incest trails. Take it easy. See you around.